Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man, and I'm back on Simon Family Farms. And as you can see, I've got the cultivator running out there. Back way in the distance, you'll see that there's some windrow. I'm still harvesting those 3 fields there. And I just finished this recent purchase of mine here. I've got a little bit of grain to pick up in that combine, but then they're done, and I need to pick up the straw. So that's what's going on right at the moment, and I think what I'll do is just run down there and pick up that grain that's in the combine there and sell it. I have sold a couple of loads, so let's get down there. So I've got 332,000. I only had about 140, I think, when I started about a load or two ago. And I did cut some grass and got it in the silo for making silage. I ended up getting about, not quite, but about 2 truckloads of grass that I got in the silo there to make silage. So I can have a little bit of silage to sell if I need a little bit of extra money. So that's it for the barley. Whoops. Got the engine. No, I can't get that right. I get the left plunger is the camera and the right one is the engine, and for some reason I keep popping the right one and turning the engine off, which is, you know, shit happens, let's put it that way. Pardon my French. Alright, so let's rotate up here. Somebody's working this field and I don't remember who it is. But it looks like they came to the end. I started it in the middle. So, alright, let's see here. We got Scorpion working over here. Whoa. Well, that wasn't very nice. I gotta love 48. Did you see that? It righted itself. I love 48. You can tip it over, and it's easy to tip back over. I don't have to do ramming speed or anything like that. Alright, let's go get the other combine and see if we can double up on this, on these fields, and get them done. Yeah, it's kind of slow going. I've had about a load and a half of grain. That's all I got out of that 35, those fields down there behind me. Not much. I'm not making much money on these harvests. But as you know, I'm playing on hard, so the price isn't there. Price is very, and the yields aren't what they are if you're playing in easy and normal. So I'm having to do an awful lot of work for a little bit of money, and that's why I'm trying to supplement it with grass, things that are free that I just have to cut and pick up. The straw, I'm selling the straw. Alright, well, I'm going to start on this lower one, so that one, when he's done, when Scorpion's done with that field, he'll jump on this one. So I'll start on this one over here. I think it's so strange that it tells me I don't have access to the land when I own the land. But it's when I'm in between the fields that it says I don't own it. See, it says I don't have access because the combine is right into the grass. But don't you own the in-between? You're buying the whole lot. All right, this is going to be pretty quick work, I think. This portion of this field's not very big. Now, see, it didn't cut it because it says I don't own it. But if I make sure that the major part of the combine is in the field, then it cuts it. See that? As long as the combine is within the field, it cuts it. Now, let me show you. I'm going to go out into the grass, and the combine is still in my field, but it won't cut it because it says I don't own it. Well, now it is. That's weird because it didn't do that before. Yeah, that's kind of strange because, well, you saw that one end that it wouldn't cut till I turned around and got the majority of the combine in the field. I guess it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was curious. This thing's pulling me off the field. I think the header is digging into the ground. Now, I did use that mod that lets you adjust the level of the header, but it's kind of wonky. Do you guys say wonky or wanky? Can't remember. Europeans have a term. I think it's wanky. I've heard it in the States, it's wonky. Well, I've heard it both ways, actually. There's a lot of difference between East Coast and West Coast. And, of course, the South is a country all to itself. It's kind of strange when you talk about America because we don't necessarily have a particular accent. And I know English don't either. There's the term Cockney. I don't know if that's slang, but I know that people from different areas speak a different kind of English. I used to know a guy that was really good with linguistics. And he had a thing where what he would do would be to listen to somebody speak, and then by breaking down the accent and the content and the context of what the person said, could determine what part of Great Britain they were from. And he had it narrowed down to neighborhoods. I mean, it was pretty amazing. And the thing that was interesting about it was he actually explained to you how he came up with it. How'd you come up with this person being from that area? And so he explained it. He broke it down. He broke the language down and showed you exactly how he determined where they were from. I thought that was just so interesting. I don't have that kind of ear. My hearing isn't all that great when it comes to... I mean, I can hear well. That's not that. But there are certain sounds, certain ranges of sounds. For me, I can hear the deeper stuff. I can't hear the higher sounds. It's interesting when my wife and I are together and she'll say, "Oh God, that noise is driving me crazy. Where's it coming from?" I said, "What noise? I don't hear anything." And she'll say, "Well, it's a high-pitched squeal or something." And I can't hear it. On the other hand, a car will drive by the house with a bass blaring in their music, that deep boom, boom, boom. And and I'll say, "Oh God, I can feel that in my bones." And Carol said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "That didn't you hear that? That car that went?" She can't hear the deep sounds, the deep bass sounds. Right, I want to do this part of the field is a little bit bigger. So I want to see, it didn't do that corner because I went off the field, I think. And then when I come this way, it'll pick it up. Or no, it won't. I bet if I turned around, it would. We'll try it, but not right now. I'm trying to get this done. I had mixed emotions about what to do today. I was going to just finish all the harvest and picking up the straw and everything and not record it. And I don't know. I've had people accuse me of talking too much, but if I don't talk, you're just watching me drive up and down the field. And so I tend to talk quite a bit. I talk about something that just pops in my head, or maybe things that are going on at home. And I've been told by other YouTubers that you shouldn't do that. People don't care about you. They don't care about what you're doing. They want to be entertained, and that kind of thing. But I don't know. It's my channel, and I'm interested in what my viewers are doing. I'm very interested in what you do in your lives, what makes you happy, what your jobs are like, whether you like your job or don't like your job. Do you have kids? Do you have animals? What's your life like? I am truly interested in things like that, and so I've mentioned before that when my wife and I are traveling, down the byways and the highways of the United States, I often, if I'm not driving, if she's driving and I can look around, I often will, as we're going through certain areas, if I go through a residential area, I'll kind of look at houses, and in my mind I'm thinking, I wonder what those people in that house are doing right now. Are they having dinner? Are they talking about what their day was like? What kind of TV are they watching? What's their life like? Is it like mine? Those kinds of things do interest me. So I tend to sometimes talk about myself and what's going on in my life. And people say you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. People don't want to know. But what I normally do when I'm recording is I talk about what I'm doing in the game. Okay, like right now, I talk about the fact that combine didn't pick up that wheat. What's the drivers doing? What's the combine? Is it almost full? I'm just kind of talking about what I'm doing so that there isn't complete silence in the video. So I came on today and I thought, maybe I should just get all this done and then come back when I'm doing something different. And I said, oh, heck with it. Well, why not be recording while I'm actually doing it and not worry about, whether you've seen me do this before or not. There's nothing different in the game. Everything I do is something you've seen before. It's just a difference that I'm doing it. That's why I got accused one time of, oh, you're copying such and such. You're ripping this YouTuber off because you're doing what he does. It's a farm simulator. Everybody that plays it does what everybody's doing. The only difference is it's me doing it. And at the end of the field, I went left and they went right. I mean, maybe they fertilized before they limed. You see what I'm saying? There's only a certain number of things you can do, and everybody does it differently. But I don't know how somebody could think I'm ripping somebody off just because I'm playing the game similar to what they're doing. I put it down to fanboys. You've heard me talk about fanboys before. I mean, there's somebody that likes another YouTuber and they don't like you, or, you know, and so they're going to criticize, well, you're just ripping off our guy. Our guy's the one that everybody should be watching. Don't watch this idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's no good. His voice isn't as good. He's, you know, whatever their thing is. It's like, you know, that's why they put dials on TVs and radios, and you can change channels. You don't like what I'm doing? Change the channel. There's 100 other people doing it. Or more. And, you know, I've been doing this for, 7 or 8 years now. So, in actuality, in YouTube time, my channel's an old channel. And I can tell it's dying. It has been dying for the last couple of years. I'm getting to the point where I'm considering not doing live streaming anymore, because I've been live streaming for quite some time now. Tuesdays and Thursdays, months and months and months. And it seems like every time I live stream, I have less people watching. So you'd like to see some growth, but I'm doing a live stream for, 2 hours twice a week, and I'm lucky to get 10 people. I did one this last Thursday, and I had 8 people, and after about a half hour, there were only 4 or 5, and then it went back up to 8, and and the thing is, I understand that I have people that watch my channel and they're fans. And they're very loyal, but there's not very many of them anymore. It's the same people watching my live streams every week, and thank God, or I wouldn't have anybody. But it is disappointing that after this many years that I'm just not able to hold the audience. Go check on the combines here. See if they need emptying. Oh boy. We got a little competition going here. Oh, don't get stuck on that. Get stuck on that big yellow windrow. Alright, let's go back and get 48 here. I used to watch a guy that did Farm Sim, and he had a pretty good following, and he got to the point where he would record on a regular basis, and then all of a sudden he stopped recording, and he didn't have a video up this week, and then next week he wasn't on again, and 3 weeks go by, still no new video, and a month, 2 months, 3 months go by, and still no videos. And he had a real big following. And then all of a sudden he would come on and do a video, like maybe 6, 7, 8 months later, and he would apologize. I'm sorry, I haven't been making videos lately. I apologize, but I'm going to get started back again. And that's pretty much all the explanation he gave. And he would start making regular videos again. I start watching again. And a month would go by, and all of a sudden, not a video again. And then he would stop for another 6, 8, 7, 9 months. And then he would come back, and it would be the same thing. Sorry, I haven't been recording, but I want to get started again. And, amazingly, he never lost any numbers as far as subscribers. As a matter of fact, he gained subscribers. Not an awful lot, but, there's a lot of people will come onto a YouTube page, and if they don't particularly notice, I don't want to store this. If they don't particularly notice what date that is, I've got people that watch my videos and are giving me advice on the game, and I don't know if they realize that it was a video that I made 7 years ago, and I don't play that game anymore. I played that game 7 years ago, and they'll put a comment in like I just did it today. And it makes me giggle, and I have to, sometimes I'll respond and say, well, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you noticed, but I played this game 7 years ago. This is an old video, and I don't know if they noticed. So in the case of the person I was telling you about, if somebody dialed into one of his videos and they don't, they're not a regular viewer, they wouldn't know that he hasn't made a video in 5 or 6 months. They would look at his page and see that there's 100 videos there and start watching it, and all of a sudden they may realize that, well, he's not making any new videos. But I just thought it was kind of funny because he didn't really lose any subscribers. He even gained some, and so I was wondering if I stopped recording and doing live streams, if anybody would even notice. I think the real issue is I'm starting to feel my age, and it's getting harder to do. It is a lot of work. I spend a lot of time sitting at a desk with a computer running a lot, and I think that it's starting to affect my my channel. My voice isn't what it used to be. I'm not as witty as I used to be. I get tired more easy. All righty, I think that's it. Yeah. Now I got to pick up all the straw, though. So let me just drive this up to 48 here. And we'll get in the other one. Or bring 48 to the other one. Is he empty? Did I already do him? Oh, he's empty. Sweet. My biggest love has been making videos. That's what I've done on my channel since I started it 7-8 years ago, is making videos. I like to try to do good quality video and audio. You don't worry about that in live stream. Most live streams aren't all that great as far as video quality and audio quality. Sometimes the audio is not too bad, but the video quality is, I mean, the live stream platform just isn't that good. It depends on the game, really. All right, let's not that. But that's my real love, is making videos and, you know, doing that kind of thing. I've never really been all that excited about live streaming. So I don't know. See, the videos are a little bit different. I can make videos when I feel good. And, you know, and I'm excited. Like I might wake up and I'm full of energy. I got a good night's sleep. And I really, you know, want to make a video. And I can put myself into it. Here's the other thing. With videos, I can record for 5-6 hours and then cut them up into 45-minute videos, and I've got a week's worth of videos to put up. Now, I still have to do the work of editing and rendering and compressing and adding them up onto YouTube. That takes a lot of time. I still have that to do. But if I have the raw video done and I'm feeling good, I can be more entertaining, for one thing. I can... you know, be more excited about the game, those kinds of things. And I can throw a whole bunch of videos together, and then schedule them to go up when I want them to go up. With the live streaming, it's Tuesday afternoon at a certain time. Regardless of how I feel, I'm obligated to kind of go on and do a live stream, and I'm not always feeling 100%. If that makes any sense. And so not only is it that I'm not doing my best, I'm not feeling my best, and it's hard for me. There's a lot of times where I just like to be taking a nap, but it's time to, you know, maybe I didn't get sleep the night before. It comes down also to my entertainment value, my personal entertainment value. If I'm being having to play a particular game to record, that means if I want to play something else today, well, I can't. I gotta make a, you know, I gotta live stream this game, and so I won't be able to record something that I might want to record that's a different game because I'm live streaming today, or even if I'm recording a series, I might be recording a series that I don't feel like playing today. So it's a little easier if I'm recording, because I can record a week's worth of stuff. I'll tell you, with The Witcher, I had the Witcher series. I had complete. I had played the whole series and recorded, I can't remember how many videos, I think it's about 80 some, of The Witcher before they ever went up onto YouTube. And I was into the next DLC when The Witcher started playing on YouTube. All I had to do was take my videos, put them up on YouTube, and then set a schedule, a calendar, and say on Tuesday play this one, on Thursday play that one, and I could schedule them out a month in advance. And that's how I kind of tend to do some of these videos is to get 6 or 7 of them in the can, because that way I've got something to put up if I'm not feeling good, you know. It's just... What a bummer, huh? I'm really going to have a downer on this video. I apologize for that. But it is concerning me about my channel dying. I think it's, you know, it's just not doing... And it's not that I haven't had a good run at it. I have. I've been doing it 7-8 years. But like I say, my age is getting to me. I just can't do what I used to do. Happens to everybody. Believe me, it will. Now, when I edit this, I'm going to have to think about whether even to put this up. I don't mean to be giving you guys a downer. I'm just telling you what's going through my mind at this particular stage. And I apologize for that if I've, you know. But I tell you what, let's just continue on with the farming today. I'll go pick up the straw. Get the rest of these fields ready to go. I'm seriously thinking about, and this is going to shock most of you, I want to take a look again at the Seasons mod. I hate it, but maybe it's because I don't know how to play it, is what I'm thinking. The times I've tried to play it, and I know you can adjust it, I think, as far as how long the seasons last. But the last time I tried to play it, I mean, I couldn't even get a field ready to harvest before the season was gone. You know, and the crops froze or whatever. I mean, so I might have to look at it and see if I'm just not playing it right. Yeah, that's kind of why I have been playing this a little bit more. I don't like to use realistic because it's a game. It isn't real life. It's not... You can attempt to play it more realistically, but it's never going to be there like that. This game supposedly started out as a simulator, but it's pretty much just a game now. It's not... It's arguable whether it's a real, how much of a simulator it is. Sometimes it comes down to how you play it. And I know there's a lot of people that are trying to play it a little bit more realistically. So, in other words, not having a modded tractor that goes 100 miles an hour down the field. Not having a combine that holds 1 million units of grain. I'm talking about that kind of gameplay. And maybe doing something a little bit more manually like I've been doing. That's what this series was about. It was more of a survival. Let's start a farm with no money and no equipment and no land and try to go from rags to riches. Put the game on hard so you're not getting the big yields. Things like that. That's what I'm attempting to do. And the reason why is I had people tell me, well, that's what people are watching now. Maybe that's why you're not getting the views you used to get. Because people have changed and they're more into the more realistic stuff. And that's why I started doing it. And of course, the main thing was they were saying, well, everybody's doing survival now. I go, okay. The hell does that mean? And so I thought, okay, fine. Maybe if I do that, I can get more viewers, like I used to have. You know, I used to have pretty decent views on my videos. Don't hit the sign. Don't hit the fence. I'm going to hit the fence, all right. I've made videos like this before where I've said something that I decided maybe I shouldn't. I'm in the editing. When I edit the video, I changed my mind and said, you know, I wanted to talk about that subject at the time, but I changed my mind, and I'll edit it out of a video. And then I've done some videos where I've said some things that I really felt were important. And before the editing of it, I decided that, you know, if I listen to this as I'm editing it, I'm gonna decide to cut half of it out, because I'm gonna second guess, you know, whether I should have said what I said. So there's actually been some videos that I knew that if I listened to this video over again, I'm probably not gonna put it up. And so I didn't edit it. I just rendered it the way it was, condensed it, and threw it up on YouTube, because I knew if I listened to it, I would say, oh, I wish I hadn't have said that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have been talking about that subject. And I knew I would, you know, edit it. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about this one. It's kind of a downer, I know, the way I've been talking today. So, but I'm really feeling this way. I've felt this way for about a year now. Now you can ask some of the people that are with me, that have been with me from the start. You know, I talk to Scorpion all the time in real life, and I've told him, I said, yeah, I'm just afraid my channel's dying. All things come to an end, as they say. All right, let's see if I can. Well, let's do this edge here. I was going to buy some pigs today. I didn't do it. Moo. 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 That one sounded like a Texas moo. Moo. Right, let me see if I can put this thing at some angle and hire somebody. And then let's see, I need to find where's the John Deere? Well, I need to find a worker that's not working. How about John? Let's get John out of here. I gotta find my. Did I buy a Klaus tractor, or was that? I think that's in the live stream farm that I've been playing, that I bought the Klaus tractor. But where's my John Deere? Where's my deer at? There it is. And then, do I or do I not have a quicker picker-upper? I do. Where is it? Good question. Let's go grab the deer. Nobody's driving deer. Well, John will. Now, the new fields I do need to plow. I need to plow that field over there that had the wheat and the barley field. But I'm not ready to plow yet. I got to get the straw off. But I need to find the quicker upper. Drop that. Oops, pick that up. All right, there it is, over yonder. Can't see the tongue. Okay. Oh, that's the rear end. You know what? I thought that the pickup was... oh, jeez. You know how the lime spreader, the spreader's on the back end? That's what I thought those booms were on the back end of this trailer. It's not. The booms are on the front end because it's picking it up and throwing it into the trailer. Oh, jeez. Am I getting tired or what? I'm going to start with the smaller field because I think I'll be able to get it done quicker, and then we can get to plowing down there. Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back. Maybe. Alrighty. Let's turn it on. Put the spreaders out. Starting this corner over here. Every time I say that, I think about the old boxing announcers. You know, those old boxing announcers. And in this corner. I just like to talk like that for a living. You can just see them. Some of the radio disc jockeys I used to think about in the morning, that they get up in the morning and they're shaving and talking into the mirror and practicing their voice. You know, because you gotta keep that voice tuned up. You know, I've heard people say, "Oh, you've got a voice for radio." You have to have more than just a voice. You have to have something that's interesting to say, and then the voice is kind of in there too. But you could have the best voice in the world, but if you can't think of anything to say, or you can't put two words together, I can put two words together and make it sound good, but. You know, not me in particular, but what I'm saying is you could have the best voice in the world, but if you can't put two words together and make them make sense, then you're not going to be very successful in radio or TV or something like that, you know. You got to be able to put two words together and make it make sense and sound good doing it. Now, personally, I don't like my voice. I've never liked the way I sound. It's kind of like, you know, I would be probably one of these actors that never watched one of my own movies. There's a lot of actors out there that never watched their own movies. It's a job. They go in, they do it. And, you know, and they don't. From that point, it's, you know, their job's over. Okay, we're full. I'm going to sell all the straw. I've got quite a bit in storage. And I think what I will do at this point is I want to finish picking up the straw and then start plowing these fields. And I probably will do that in between now and the next episode, so that when the next episode comes around, we can start seeding and, you know, getting some crops going. And I'm up to $500,000 in the money pot after selling that. But that's not very much. I had those 2 great big fields. Well, they're not huge, but I had those 2 fields of barley and wheat, and I only made maybe 350, 400, if that. Now, granted, those 2 fields probably didn't have lime fertilizer and all that stuff on them, so the yield probably wasn't all that great. So we're going to do a better job, hopefully, with the program we're using. But that's going to be a story for another episode. I'm going to end it here. I would say I hope you had fun, but you probably didn't, because all I did was, you could say it was pissing and moaning, or you could say it was kind of, man, that's a downer. I apologize for that, but it is the way I've been feeling for quite some time now, and I don't know what to do about it. But you smile and go on. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next episode. I hope I didn't scare you off. Have fun playing your games. Take care of your families. And I hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.